So how do you know whether your campaigns are performing well or not? That's the point of this video, and I'm going to be showing you how exactly you can determine that and how exactly you can run tests as well. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so your campaigns are live. You launched your sequences with the copy and lead list that you have created. How do you know whether they're performing well or not, So the metrics to keep in mind. Number 1, pause to reply rate. Number 2, meeting booking rate. These are the only 2 metrics that matter, nothing else. But if you were to prioritize one above the other when it comes to these 2 as well, then meeting booking rate is the only thing that matters. When it comes to the pause to reply rate, you should aim to keep it. A good enough ratio would be 1 out of 500 emails or below 500 emails. So if you were to get a pause to reply for every 500 emails that you were sending, you're all right. You're doing okay. If you were to reduce that, you're getting 1 out of 300 emails or 1 out of 200 emails, then that's really good. Your campaigns are doing really well. So keep that in mind. And when it comes to meeting booking rate, ensure that it's above at least 25%, right? 50% is great, but 25 to 30% would be average, right? If it's doing about 25%, you're all right, But yeah, keep that in mind as well. So this is the old way of launching and testing campaigns. Creating one simple variant sequence, you just have one variant, and then you just blast the entire lead list with the same 1 to 2 scripts. You know that the script is poorly performing, but you still continue blasting. The definition of insanity by Einstein, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. And because of that, the lead list is fully burned, and you have very poor results to show for it. There are 0 meetings on the calendar, not many leads. It's just a crappy situation to be in. Now, why is the old way bad? Again, a month or so is wasted by doing this, because the daily outreach volume is low. Usually, guys who use this strategy have a low outreach volume as well. The lead lists get burned at the end of the day. Since there are no meetings on the calendar, no new sales pipeline, no new money, there's no way for you to test new variants rapidly in terms of copywriting because the daily outreach volume is also low. And if you aren't following the guides that I'm posting on YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter, well, chances are the emails are going to be very weakly personalized and is going to have weak relevance as well because you just come up with a generalized campaign script. Since it's not relevant or personalized, you're going to get poor results once again. That's why the old way is bad. What is the solution? Well, this is the solution, right? You have a system in place that can send out 500 to 1,000 plus emails per day. You come up with 3 to 5 personalized and relevant variants of copy, and then you prep a list of 1,500 to 2,000 contacts to test first, and then you run the sequence. You will run through it in 2 days. If you are 2 to 4 days, if you were to have a sending volume from 500 to 1,000 plus, emails per day, you run the sequence, you get data, and then check whether they're performing well or not, right? If yes, right, it's below 1 out of 500, you're getting a positive reply for 1 out of 500 or below 1 out of 500, then boom, continue. If no, go back, come up with new sequences, copy, positioning, and lead lists, and test with the new lead list basically. Now, if it's running successfully, then what you do is just add more leads to it, right? Yeah, it is getting you good results. You're getting a positive reply for 1 out of every 500 emails that you send, or below 500 emails that you send, then boom, you can just dial in on that. Now, reverse engineering cold email math. Cold email is pretty lenient in terms of the math behind it. You do X inputs and you get Y inputs for that. Now, it's very stable, right? It's not exponential, but it's very stable. You make it exponential by adding other components such as content, paid advertising, and things like that. But this guide covers only cold email for now. Let's just stick to that. Now, how do you break down the math behind cold email, right? How do you reverse engineer the math? Let's break down an example situation where you're sending out 1,000 emails per day. I've used my ROI calculator to come up with the data on this. You get insights into multiple data points, such as how many inboxes and domains that you need, how much will all that cost, and other expenses such as data, inbox managers, cost per lead, and so on, right? How much does it cost for you to get the lead, the real cost of getting a lead, not just your setup cost. If you are just to account for your setup cost, of course, it's cheap as fuck, but there are other costs as well, right? Data costs, enrichment costs, costs of hiring a team member, things like that. I've accounted for all of them here. I'm going to be showing you right now how to use it. Of course, you also get the exact amount of ROI that you're able to generate and things like that. So here we are. Now, we are sending 1,000 emails per day. So let's say you send 1,000 and you're able to set up a setting volume per inbox of 30, which is what I would recommend. A lot of people recommend as well. And you have 20 working days. Monday to Friday is what you send. And you have 4 weeks in a month, right? So if that were the case, then you would need 33 inboxes and 17 domains, right? So if I were to put in, let's say, 1,500, all the formulas will automatically update, and you'll get the updated values for everything. And of course, you can switch this out. Let's say I have a 0.5% reply rate, and I'm sending out 1,000 emails per day, and my meeting booking rate is around 30%. Then, boom, it says 25. As you can see, it keeps changing, right? It keeps updating. So let's say 30%, get 100 positive replies, you get 30 meetings booked. Let's say we reduce this to 0.25, then it drops down to 50, and we're only able to get 15 meetings booked out of it, and you're able to see a 272.73% ROI, basically a 2.7x return on investment. How many deals you're able to close, what's the cost per lead, and things like that. You're able to get all those calculations. And just like that, of course, you get the domains cost and inbox costs automatically calculated based on these assumptions, which is per domain cost to be $12 and per inbox cost to be $3. So yeah. And of course, you can change this as well. It's a rough estimate of how much it will all cost you at the end of the day, including inbox managers, data enrichment, and so on. So, yep. With that being said, if you want me and my team to help you out with building out the lead lists, creating your outbound infrastructure, creating your email copy, helping you with launching and testing your email copy, and continuously improve and iterate on all your campaigns, and help you actually scale your outbound client acquisition engine whilst leveraging AI, then book a call with me using the link below, and I'll see if I can help, Of course, not everybody can benefit from outbound. There are various checks that we need to go through first. But at the end of the day, you'll at least get a custom outbound workflow that you can use for your business. With that being said, see ya.